let me see. What was the name of that place again? Frankie's?
Boxes on Locust Street.
Don't even say the name. Don't. You don't know how they're going to use it against us.
All we want to know is, have either one of you ever been there?
We didn't even know it existed.
Now, let's just stop playing games, okay? Now, we all know that both of you were there the night in question.
What night was that?
March 20th, the night of your nephew's murder.
Your wife bought the cocaine while you waited in the car for her.
That is an absolutely outrageous allegation. We know nothing about it.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Well, how did Mrs. Cortland happen to drop this at the bar?
In case you were distracted by the Cortland cocaine crisis, let me remind you that there is a vote on the floor to oust you as CEO.
Oh, how could I forget?
And I'm sure that Mr. Merrick is just as anxious as you are to get this settled.
Yes, I'm sure.
So let me ask you one more time, Erica. Have you thought through this very carefully?
No, Adam, please, can we hurry this along?
Yes, by all means. Would you like to bring this vote up now? Let's have it. Let's bring on this vote.
Wait.
Well, now what?
I need to speak to Erica once more.
Adam, once and for all,
Just one more
you
time.
need.
One more time, please. Alone.
All right. Look, you two go off and huddle, but don't come back unless you're ready to finish this off.
Believe me, I am ready to finish this off right now.
Just for a moment, please.
Would you try to come back as sensible adults?
All right, just for a moment, Adam. Please, I would like to get this torture over with.
Thank you. Everyone deserves a chance to think before they leap, even you.
Oh, how very generous of you, Adam. You're such a humanitarian.
We're right on the brink, you and I.
Don't forget enchantment.
I know you didn't think I'd go as far as I have, but I've proved I meant every word I said.
Oh, so for the first time you kept your word. Is that the point?
It doesn't have to happen, Erica.
You brought this on, Adam.
You can remain as CEO of Enchantment. Just stop the divorce.
Please.
Erica, are you sure this is what you really want? You yourself said there were moments we had together that were absolutely enjoyable. They were where we struggled together. Through the good times, through the bad times. Where we understood each other very clearly.
Oh, but to understand you, Adam, is to loathe you. And those moments you are talking about, they are history, and they are history because of you.
No, we could be great together. Give us a chance.
I will give you nothing. I will give you nothing after what you've done to me.
So you're willing to let Bianca go through this?
Oh, I have no control over what you do, Adam, but I will not be held hostage by your manipulations anymore.
Erica, you're forcing my hand. I will have to expose her illegitimacy if you don't call off the divorce.
How do I know that you won't reveal that anyway? That's how totally corrupt you are, and that's exactly what has pushed me to this no-choice point. That divorce is going through, Adam. I will never be threatened by you ever again, not ever.
That's your final word?
That's it. Let's get this vote over with. Let's go in that office and let's vote.
Playing hero? No way.
Way, Brian.
I'm just trying to get through this, okay? I'm not playing anything.
Oh, right. Trying to get your lawyer not to work for you. Now that makes a lot of sense.
Hey, I don't want him kicking up trouble for everybody else, okay?
Then how is he supposed to save you? You've got to stop with this protection thing.
What protection thing?
Bending over backwards to try to get the police not to look in my direction.
I'm just playing it cool.
No, Brian. You are trying to put your whole defense on hold just to protect me and my family, and that is crazy. Yeah, I know you don't want my mother in trouble, and you don't want Uncle Trevor in trouble, and that's nice, but it's not very realistic.
Yeah, well, look, you didn't kill Will, right? Your mom didn't kill Will, and neither did Trevor.
No, but somebody did. And Jackson is just trying to get the police to prove who, but he can't do that if you keep stifling him. You can't save the world.
I'm not trying to.
I think you're afraid that my mom or Uncle Trevor really did do it, aren't you?
No, I never said that.
Look, If one of them gets arrested, they get arrested. And that's it. You have to let it be. I appreciate you trying to shelter me from all of this, but you can't stop the process. And I don't want to lose you.
You won't.
I can't take that chance. Don't you know that you are the one person I need most? I know I shouldn't say that. And I may be a little rotten and a little selfish, but I can't help it because I love you. And I want you to be free. But Brian, don't you understand? I need you like I have never needed you before. I won't make it if you go to jail.
Unbelievable. This tacky earring is your evidence? Well, any number of women could be wearing that. It's absolutely outrageous you come to my wife on the basis of that. Are you serious?
Opal, do you have a pair of earrings like this?
We don't have to be browbeating me. I don't think it's any longer. Come along, Opal. Out we go. Some police force, really, running around town with an earring. You'd think it was a glass slipper and we were in some weird fairy tale.
Just hold on now. The earring is not the only piece of evidence we have. All right, Rosenfeld, it's time.
What?
Well, I'm not going to stay here any longer. I can tell you that right now. My very best friend is having a crisis, a life and death crisis right down the hall from here, and I'm not going to be hanging around and doing any more look-sees at any jewelry or some such thing. So there. I'd advise you to wait.
See, we have a witness.
To what?
Someone who saw your wife purchase the cocaine and saw you waiting for her in the car.
It never happened. Come on, Opal.
Is this the woman you saw buy the cocaine?
Who is this unfortunate? The drug dealer?
Yeah, that's the dame, all right.
Are you sure?
I never forget her face. Of course, she didn't look the same that night. I mean, she wasn't all dolled up, and she had a raincoat over her clothes. Still, the features are the same. Yeah, the eyes.
And the earrings?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I'd never seen anything like him before.
Are you sure now this is the woman who bought the cocaine?
Look, I couldn't forget the scene. You know what I mean? I mean, this drab little all-American comes in, buys a bag of coke from the Skull King, and then takes off in the car. Maroon job with a white-haired guy behind the wheel.
Do you remember what the guy looked like?
Well, it wasn't too clear, but it could have been this guy here.
Now they have me driving the getaway car.
Yeah, it could have been him, all right.
You are crazy, mister. You hear me? You're out there where the buses don't run. I have never seen you before in my life, and believe you me, I'd remember a type like you. You, what are you doing? Are you trying to set us up or something? You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Derek Fry. You got it in for me and Palmer for some reason, and you're just setting us up to take the fall like a couple of rabbits in a trap.
Yeah, that's the dame, all right. I mean, she wasn't yelling like that in the bar. She was more like whispering, but it's the same honeysuckle accent. I remember that real well.
What?
All right, Marty. All right, Rosenfeld, you can take the witness outside now.
Well, I'm calling the chief of police. This is going to stop.
Well, you just be my guest. But it doesn't change the fact that your wife bought the cocaine, and yes, Mr. Cortland, you drove the getaway car.
I have, the closest I have ever been to Coke is buying a six-pack of cola.
No, go ahead, call the chief, and we'll show him the evidence.
And we do have the evidence.
Oh, we'll be glad to show him. Unless, of course, you have something you want to get off your chest.
Okay. Let's talk a deal.
Well, have you worked out your little problems?
There are a few things I'd like to say. Before we proceed, as present CEO, I believe I'm entitled.
You have the floor.
I built Enchantment from the ground up. I nursed it through some pretty dark times, and I have reveled in some pretty fantastic successes. I'm very proud of that achievement. And I'm very proud of the people who worked alongside me. But I also feel a responsibility to those people and to myself and to Enchantment. to ensure that the company continues to run properly. Today's vote could actually make or break Enchantment. And for all intents and purposes, it could obviously make or break me, too.
We recognize your contributions.
Thank you. I was very touched by your kind words at Wildwind. But kind words or not, it's quite possible that you're getting ready to vote me out. If you do, Dimitri, I just want you to be prepared to work hard. Because Enchantment will require an enormous amount of attention and care and creative input from management. That should take about 150% of your time. Well, Erica Kane put Enchantment on the map with mega doses of charm and savvy and brilliance. Better match it.
I've been on this board long enough to know how this company works, and well, my business instinct tells me that it may just run much better without you.
Yes, well, Adam, now it's up to Dimitri. Because Palmer and Opal and I have voted for Erica Kane, Adam against. The decision is yours, Dimitri, as to how things will go.
You're really serious.
Yeah. You are only the single most important person in the world to me, and I won't lose you.
You're not gonna lose me.
After all the mistakes I made, I can't take a chance of having something else creep up and surprise us.
Nothing is gonna take me away from you, okay? I love you too much.
How did we wind up like this?
I don't know.
It was you and Anli, and then I was a jerk. I married Will, and now look at us. We have to hide out in somebody else's house just to be together.
Let's just concentrate on the fact that we are together, okay? And not think about all that other stuff. Let's just push it away.
Okay. I love you, Brian.
And I love you.
Hi.
I got some triple threat chocolate chunk ice cream here. Anybody up for some calories?
No, thanks.
I can't. We better be going.
Yeah, it's pretty late. Time to...
I'll leave first.
Okay. I'll wait in the lobby until I see you drive away. Then I'll sit a few more minutes and then go.
Good.
Take care.
You guys, thanks for giving us some time alone together. When things are bad like they are, you really find out who your true friends are. And, well, you guys definitely qualify.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye. Brian and Hayley have sure been through a lot.
They're both good kids.
Yeah. Makes me realize just how wonderful and spectacular and rare and beautiful things are when you're in love.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy. I am so glad I found you.
I thought I found you.
Oh, it's very late. I wonder where Terrence and Lucas are. I guess they're getting along.
Are you still worried?
Look, having a father in your life after all these years has got to be hard. I don't think Terrence is able to handle this.
Look, they're each going to have to find their own way.
Gordon